That was Oldenburg, right? Yes. Good. So there are their heavies. Okay. And I think while we're at war, I'm going to tell these guys to protect trade in the Baltic. I don't want them accidentally getting caught amongst Scotland's ships. And I'm also going to give the Admiral to you. Disagreeing advisor, Johann Sigmund Arnim, our quartermaster, has been a faithful servant so far, but now he seems to have let his prominence get to his head and has become insolent. He dares denounce our great Syndic's policies and recently did so in public in front of foreign ambassadors. It was a good point. We lose prestige, or he dies. Bye-bye. You're only a level 1. And you weren't even that good. Oh dear, we have no other level 1s. Well, that's a slight problem. Especially because it's military points I actually want to get. Okay, ships are ready. Let's do this. Do we want to try and just land on Lothian? Or maybe... No, you know what? Let's land in Shetland. So that we have a landing ground which is nearer. Then we can drop all of our troops there and then begin the actual invasion. I think that's a better idea. Now, are we in supply range? Yeah, we are. Alright, let's go grab the troops. And head up there. Should have used the Marines for this. Alright. Oh, man. Oh, are they bankrupt? They've got to be. Yep, pretty sure they are. Oh, Scotland. Oh, Scotland. Alright, Lothian it is. The AI seems to be going bankrupt an awful lot. Like, that's their entire navy gone. I've just sank all of their heavies. With galleys. Alright, we're on land. And there it is, Lothian's ours. Let's send in another wave. That's their army dead. Why is the AI going bankrupt this much? It's really weird. Because, like, every time I fought Denmark, they were bankrupt. Scotland now, bankrupt. Let's get the transports out there. Oh, they're already in port. Fine. 18 ships killed. Just gone. Oh, Scottish West... Hang on. Scottish West Indies, eh? This isn't Castile, this is Scotland. Well, that's interesting. Alright, so if we were to make peace with you... I want... Oh, they're out of my range. I can't get them. Well, once I've taken bits of Scotland, I will be able to, so... I think Scotland's going to become Lubeck, unfortunately for them. I think this is the type of territory I'll be after. That would technically be a coalition, but Scotland I'll have a truce with. And then Tyrconnell I can definitely befriend in time. And nobody else really cares. Yeah, okay, we're going to destroy Scotland. I'm sorry, Scotland, you were doing so well. I feel terrible about this, but also, it's nothing personal. It's just good business. Really? That's just silly. Do need to be a little bit wary about Tyrconnell over there. Just waiting for Dumfries. Slipping standards. Our use of naval fighting instruction has allowed us to put fearsome blockades on enemy coasts, but at the moment our sailors are just getting a bit lazy. We'll take the blockade efficiency, unfortunately. Also, we are going to need to spend some points on Diplo. Developing. Now, do we have any valuable resources that we could be Diploing? I have a feeling I've done most of them already. Not all of them, though. That should do. In fact, we could even boost Lubeck a tiny bit more. Let's do that. Okay. I'm full maritime, aren't I? I'm just repairing off their coast. We're perfectly happy. Tyrconnell's still blocking us. We've killed most of their ships, so let's go ahead and move down here. Blockade that and then start moving across into Ulster. Tyrconnell is as well? Are they just not using maintenance? Is that what the issue is? Alright, and there's Dumfries. They still would not accept, but only just. Faroe Islands are still Danish. 73%. Salt crisis. Rumours are spreading the country there's been a shortage in salt production. Although we've tried to quash these rumours, people are still certain there's a salt crisis soon. Despite the fact it just boosted the amount of salt we're producing, but never mind. And now we wait. We could try and do a naval invasion of Tyrconnell, but I don't really see the point in that. Who else are we fighting? Tyrconnell, Sligo. That's Sligo, so we would be fighting against both of those at the same time, basically. We could knock him out for money. Fact is, Sligo a vassal? Oh, junior partner. Treatise on Natural Philosophy. A promising thinker to some, a dangerous instigator to others. Sigrid Pape has recently published a new work on natural philosophy, showing us that it's very likely that many of the things we have held evident up until now might in fact be wrong. To make matters worse, the thinker has also used the opportunity provided by the publication to mock the religious establishment. Taken together, this has created a strong aversion against these new ideas, with some arguing that Sigrid Pape should be incarcerated and punished, while others, at the very least, wish to distance themselves from this text. We're taking the innovativeness. Soz. It's too good. And we have the war goal, so we just need to wait until this is over. Unlikely that you would give me access, right? Oh no, they would. Alright. Thanks, rival. And yeah, one of our generals died. I'm going to just put the ruler in charge. That's a lot of maneuver. Crikey. Do I want Sligo? Oh, Cork is a centre of trade now. Has it always been? I don't think so. But here's my thinking. If I get Sligo as a port, that puts me so much closer to the Americas. And we could actually start taking colonization. We'll go expansion next. Which is not for another 3 tech levels. A while away. Since at least Britannia. Interesting. I just didn't realise. Donegal has fallen. Germanland has been converted. We still can't get Novgorod. Oh, because stability is still not positive. Alright, let's get Ostjylland. Blockade you too. Let's do it. Tax modifier. It's a treasurer. No! I need him to be promoted culture. What are you, Novgorodian? Can I promote? Yes, I can. Boom. Give me that mission. Yes! This is the one that was really difficult because it required 2 precise advisors. Alright, we've got Hanseatic bookkeeping. Done. Now we need the Lubeck Krantor, which is just money, so I just need to not spend anything for a long time. And then after that, we can get the Eagle of the Seas, which means I need to start building heavy ships. And it is definitely now time. Now that we're going to have a border with Britain, we need to transition away from galleys and start going for heavies. France will give Dauphine to Provence. France will give Auxerrois to Burgundy. France will pay money to Austria. That looked like another blockade, or another bankrupt. I can't do anything with you. I can go to Tyrconnell and demand separate peace from you. It would be Sligo that I would want. If I go for one of these territories, and that's still a big if. Do I want Sligo? Or is Ayrshire going to be close enough? I have a feeling that Ayrshire is going to be close enough. Because if I remember, we are actually really close anyway. Oh no, that's 600. 567. 567. But that's going against the trade winds. 506. Yeah, we could at least make the Caribbean. So the next war against Scotland, we can take the West Indies off of them. Which would be really nice, because controlling some of the Caribbean is super valuable. And seeing as that's already a colonial nation, they have at least the 5 provinces needed for that. Which would also mean... No, it wouldn't. Never mind. I was going to say it would be another merchant, but it needs to be 10 for a merchant. Take Shetland? I don't think I need to. I mean, it would save me conquering it next time, admittedly. Yeah, okay, we can take Shetland. I don't think I'm going to take Sligo. %80 overextension from this. This is going to be expensive, but I think worthwhile. Can't take Orkney. It's either Shetland or Orkney, and I think I'd rather have Shetland, just because I then don't need to land troops there next time. Lothian, Ayrshire, Roxburghshire and Dumfries. Shetland and Ulster are moved to Lubeck. Scotland to pay 50 ducats. And there we go. And we have another mission. A base in Scotland, so we could return those territories to them. And then next would be England. We need to take London. Do I not have technology for level 2 forts? I thought I did. We do. Oh, we need more money. Yes, so first things first. Overextension. Ooh, okay. And suddenly the governing is getting closer. You're expelling a minority, are you? Turning them Scottish? I guess. Which would actually be easier for me to maintain. Gallo glass is now available for employment. Ah, because we have Scottish troops, so we can now get Scottish mercenaries. We can also get the... There they are. Gallo glasses. Plus 2.5 discipline, minus 5 shock damage. Interesting. Level 6 shock general. Ouch! It's not a terrible army, actually. Expensive. I can core them now, so I can. Yeah, I know I need Norway as well. That's going to be the next thing. Alright, let's go park up the navy. We definitely want to get Dumfries upgraded, because it's going to have to basically hold out here in case of incursions. And I think I might stick a fort in Lothian as well, because right now it's unguarded. That will mean that Ulster needs one. So I think we need a fort in Ulster and a fort in Lothian. Thankfully we're rich, so we can build lots of forts in lots of places. Another election. Let's get a different military candidate. Soz. Not as good maneuver, so be it. Do we have rebels? We have a couple of Catholic zealot possible. Let's pull you two back. And then just start you drilling here. Then any of you which are not transports, which is none of you. You can go and protect trade in... No. You can start privateering in the English Channel alongside these guys. And then those transports can move down here, and we can now shift 17 units at a time. And I'm okay with that. And yeah, England immediately cancels the military access, unsurprisingly. Can't I release city-states that automatically join your league? Yeah, you can release free trading cities. The thing is, I don't know 100% how these work. I've always found them really tenuous. But that might have been because there were big problems with them in India. I don't know how they are in Europe. Actually, speaking of... Oh, we can't do trade ports yet, but we should definitely create one of these into a trade port, like probably Lothian. Conducting any form of attacks on our rival ships in peacetime, whether through sanctioning reprisals or private wars or covertly backing piracy, has many benefits to us, but it is not without problems. One of our privateering operations was recently compromised and the ships and crew captured. As luck would have it, they had lost their letter of marque, providing they work with our approval, and whatever proof connects them to us is purely circumstantial. As a last resort, the captain has now contacted us, hoping we will admit our official backing so it can be used as leverage in the upcoming trial. France's opinion, or we lose a massive amount of privateer efficiency. Sorry, France. I would say it won't happen again, but I'd be lying. So it'll probably happen again. Trade City is where they become an independent state. Trade Port is where they just get a big bonus to local trade power. Trade City is the one you release, yes. Try it with Ulster. The other thing which I really dislike about trading cities, they do take a share of the trade for themselves. I think I'd rather keep it for me. Like setting up trade cities, for example, in the Low Countries, probably not a bad idea. Although you can, I think, only have one per node. Or can you have multiple? No, I think it's just one. The trade port is awesome. There's no downside to the port. It's just local trade power. Which is why Novgorod is one. And why Novgorod now has 39 trade power here. Yeah, trading cities are kind of like free cities. I mean, they really are basically just free cities like this, like hamburgers. They're just an OPM. And I really don't see the advantage of them. Because, one, you don't directly control their territory, so you don't really gain anything from them. Two, they actually take a share of your trade power. And because they're an OPM, it's usually more than they would otherwise get, which actually means that can really add up. Three, it can be attacked and conquered by other people. There are ways around the Trade League defenses. So, for example, if they ally someone else and then get taken as part of that alliance, then you've lost it. Four, it's not a formal alliance. It's not a vassal. They're still independent. The only positive is if they're part of the Trade League and they have to join it. However, they do count against your soft cap of the Trade League, which means that getting other actually independent states into your Trade League is much more difficult. Because each member of your Trade League reduces the chance of other cities joining the Trade League by 10. And trading cities are no different. I think cities were handy when you can only have a certain number of states as a merchant republic. Yeah, that's when they were introduced, and then they had trading companies which reduced that requirement. So basically everywhere where you might once have created a trading city, just do a trade company now. And now that you can get even more trade companies and there's no limit for merchant republics, they're pointless. Denmark tells us of the Count's feud. Denmark just can't stop having problems. It's impossible. It's just issue after issue after issue. It's painful. And this is me standing on the sidelines as a rival of theirs. Could be good if you could do a trade city vassal swarm, especially with vassalized or trade league members of the final mission. Yeah, but you can only have one trade city per node. Per trade node. So one in the North Sea, one in the English Channel, one in Lubeck, one in the Baltic. Still somewhat difficult to do a vassal. And again, you can't. They're not allied. They're only in the trade league, and you can't do offensive wars with trade leagues. So if you get attacked, sure. But if you are the one attacking, nope. And our trade league is already big enough that we must never get attacked. And Sweden has the Peasants' War. Tough break, Sweden. Tough break. Ooh, more morale for the navies. No, I'm going to hold out for Miltech 16. We've improved relations to the maximum with Bohemia. Okay. We're still on minus 88. Just because they're heretics. The Hussite in chief is a heretic. They went back to Catholicism. France, Golden Discovery, Cibola. Wealth comes in many forms, packages and ways. Some claim that wealth of heart is to be desired. Others say that piety and prestige should be the only wealth in life. Gold and precious stones are the only wealth our heart desires. And the golden city of Cibola in Cochabamba has made this desire grow fiercely. For every ounce of gold, for every handful of gems, we want more, and Cibola keeps on giving. One of the 7 cities of gold is ours, and we intend to keep it. Cibola. Subamba, Sib something. Where's France's colonies? They don't actually. Oh no, down here. Or does that just mean that they found it, not necessarily that they own it? I don't remember how you spell it. I just remember it began with a C. I should have done the search when I still had the event up. Shows on the trademark mode.